Hey, we're back for another episode of Hammer and Hummer, and we recently had a national day of protest over Native issues.
Yes.
What are some of the issues here that they were protesting?
Their land claims, poverty,
Yeah.
infrastructure, and I think it was a good day because it brings awareness to Canadian people
Yeah.
about issues that maybe they never thought of before because a lot of people have all different kinds of issues of their own, and this awakens their conscience.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good day for all.
Now, I noticed that among our readers, some were for the Natives, some were against, some were sort of neutral. Where do you stand in all this?
I stand for progress. I stand for fairness. I stand for people getting their grievances settled. If that means the government has to sit down with whatever parties, you know what I mean? Sit down, be honest intellectually, and walk the talk and talk the walk kind of thing, and help them build their communities.
Yeah.
And if that's the way they have to do it in the sense of having a day of consciousness, that's what I call it, day of consciousness, that all Canadians should work together to make a better society for all, and that includes Natives.
One thing I was noticing, I think that I recall when I grew up there used to be a lot of racism against Natives, and today I think it's improved quite a bit, but I noticed that there's still some out there.
You'll never get rid of racism, because I know as an Italian when I was growing up, being called Wop and this and that when I was a kid. So I understand the hurt of racism, and racism of any type is wrong, and it has to be challenged.
Yeah.
And when people are racist like that, that means they're ignorant of the issues, or it's fear. And the two have to be eliminated by educating. Like the day of protest was a day of consciousness.
Yeah.
I think it was a good day because it brought it into light for all Canadians to think about it, to be proactive, and working together as a country, because united we stand, divided we fall. And I'd rather work united. My politics is a politics of hope, a politics of vision, and bringing people together. So I think it was a good day for the Native people and Canadians all together.
What are some things we as non-Natives can do to help or to become...
Speak out for their issues, let government representatives know that we understand their history and what they're going through, and we are brother. Like it says in the good book, we are brothers keepers. You know what I mean? Plead the cause of people that are oppressed. You know what I mean? So people being oppressed, it's in our Declaration of Human Rights.
Yeah.
It's in our Constitution.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I believe that we should bring people up, not divide and conquer, and meanwhile they stay in the status quo.
Yeah.
And that's what the last 100 years has been about, and I think that has to change. Because I think we're educated enough, and we have the wherewithal and the critical thinking and the actions to do what's right to bring people together and get their issues resolved.
Yeah.
My dad always told me when I was growing up, there's two things in life that's etched in stone. He said Christmas and New Year's, everything else is possible.
Yeah.
So these issues, the Native people, can be resolved, but there's got to be the political will.
Yeah, but I guess another question I have is, it's one thing to say, yes, we understand, we want to speak out. I personally am not as familiar with Native culture as I am Métis culture, which I've been drawn through mainly because I have somewhat of a background there. But how much should we help in the sense that we don't want to be patronizing or,
No, I'm seeing it in a respectful way, regardless of
you know?
who it is, if it's Italians, Chinese, English, or whoever. We're human beings. And people, that's why in 1948, 162 countries signed the Declaration of Human Rights. It has 30 articles. Treat people with respect, not patronizing, but in a respectful way. Go to the table, listen to each other, and find a way to go ahead, not backwards.
Yeah.
And that's where I come from. And I always believe that, regardless of what the issue is. So
Yeah.
I think what the natives did with the day of protest was excellent. It awoken the people's conscience across Canada, and that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
And then out of that, a lot of people that didn't know about the issues might start saying, "Geez, I want to get involved. I want to be helpful, whatever." And if it changed one person's mind through that day of action, then it was all worth it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.